Hey everyone, it's Maribel Blue with a new Maribel Blue Unfiltered. If you are new here, welcome. Please do take a moment to subscribe to this channel. This segment is news and reactions. And if you are not new, welcome back. So today we are going to talk about George Stephanopoulos. I think I always pronounce his name wrong. How he dissed J.D. Vance, showing proof time and time again. This regime doesn't like answering questions, doesn't like being accountable for anything when they are asked questions. Now, when they are asked questions, which again, they don't like to answer. If you're going to be working for government, you're going to have to answer questions that you may not like answering. There has to be some form of accountability that these people do not like to take account for. They think that they could just do whatever they want. And sadly, that's what's been going on. They're not being held accountable by anything, by nothing with Congress, nothing with the Supreme Court. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play this clip for you, and then we're going to discuss a little.
Tom Homan, who is simply enforcing Americans' immigration laws, is getting constantly harassed and threatened to the point of death threats. That's a much more interesting question that I think journalists should focus on. We can agree to disagree on that question.
Oh, wait, you said he did.
I'm going to say something about this right now. Tom Homan and his caucasity of feeling threatened, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody. This man literally threatened families, threatening that if they didn't want to be here, that they could leave. Otherwise, he had no issues separating family members for anyone who's been here illegally. Like, they can all seriously go fuck themselves with this illegal bullshit. They are not the property owners of this land. Let us not forget how these motherfuckers got here, okay? Let's continue.
Didn't take a bribe, but I'm not sure you answered the question. Are you saying that he did not accept the $50,000?
George, this story has been covered ad nauseum. He did not take a bribe. Did he accept $50,000? I'm sure that in the course of Tom Homan's life, he has been paid more than $50,000 for services. The question is, did he do something illegal? And there's absolutely no evidence that Tom Homan has ever taken a bribe or done anything illegal, which is why he's working in the administration.
I'm asking you, did he accept the $50,000 that was caught on the surveillance tape? Did he accept that $50,000 or not?
George, I don't know what you're talking about. Did he accept $50,000 for what?
He was recorded on an audio tape in September 2024, an FBI surveillance tape, accepting $50,000 in cash. Did he keep that money?
Accepting $50,000 for doing what, George? I'm not even sure I understand the question. Is it illegal to take a payment for doing services? The FBI has not prosecuted him. I've never seen any evidence that he's engaged in criminal wrongdoing.
I mean, one would think, why would he be recorded accepting money if he wasn't doing something nefarious? You're accepting a large amount of cash. Now, yes, there are a variety of reasons as to why someone would be accepting a large amount of cash. It could be maybe they're paying for a boat. If a boat is like $50,000, or they're paying for an antique car, sure. But it would be bizarre if that was a credible transaction. Why would the FBI be recording it? That's all I'm saying. Let's continue.
Nobody has accused Tom of violating a crime, even the far left media like yourself. So I'm actually not sure what the precise question is. Did he accept $50,000? Honestly, George, I don't know the answer to that question. What I do know is that he didn't violate a crime.
So you don't, what was caught on the tape, you're saying right now you don't know whether or not he kept that money?
I don't know what tape you're referring to, George. I saw media reports that Tom Homan accepted a bribe. There's no evidence of that. And here's, George, why fewer and fewer people watch your program.
Wait, I'm confused. You saw a video of him accepting a bribe, but there's no evidence of that. But you saw the video. Okay.
And why you're losing credibility, because you're talking for now 5 minutes with the Vice President of the United States about this story regarding Tom Homan, a story that I've read about, but I don't even know the video that you're talking about. Meanwhile, low-income women can't get food because the Democrats and Chuck Schumer have shut down the government. Right now, we're trying to figure out how to pay our troops because Chuck Schumer has shut down the government. You are focused on a bogus
These are all
story.
lies,
You're
by the way.
insinuating criminal wrongdoing against a guy who has done nothing wrong instead of focusing on the fact that our country is struggling because our government's shut down. Let's talk about the real issues, George. I think the American people would benefit much more from that than from you going down some weird left-wing rabbit hole where the facts clearly show that Tom Homan didn't engage in any criminal wrongdoing.
It's not a weird left-wing rabbit hole. I didn't insinuate anything. I asked you whether Tom Homan accepted $50,000, as was heard on an audio tape recorded by the FBI in September 2024, and you did not answer the question. Thank you for your time this morning.
No,
Well,
George,
Governor
I
J.B.
said that I
Pritzker's
don't.
Up next. We'll be right back.
Now that was funny. You have to admit that that was funny. The audacity of not being able to answer a simple question. Did he take the money? Yes or no? And if he took the money, did he keep it? Yes or no? It has become difficult for this regime to answer yes or no questions. It has always been about working their way for fake answers instead of just answering. I made some notes, of course I did. And here are my notes. Vance couldn't answer a simple question because these people love to lie, and they do. And so do their supporters. All you have to do is look at TikTok and see how they love to look inside the eye of a camera and lie to people. Lie that Chuck Schumer is responsible for this. Lie that Hakeem Jeffries is responsible for this. Lie that the Democrats are responsible for this. How though? They don't have a majority there. So how? Now you're worried about mothers and children not being able to eat. Now you're worried about the veterans and the military not being able to get paid and take care of themselves. Gee, Mr. Vance, did you worry about your Indian wife that you had a full-on Hindu wedding? How you have disgraced her in front of this whole entire world? Let's not forget, you did have a full-on Hindu wedding because I saw the pictures. And no, they're not fake pictures. Where is your wife? Do you not think about your children? What is going on here? It's the apparent disregard for his wife and children. It's just completely astounding how these people just choose to exist, pick and choose what appeases them and not anybody else. These people are not for the American people at all. Here's the other thing that's frightening. Vivek Ramaswamy. He's running for the governor for Ohio. And when posed questions by these little white boys who are concerned about his religion, his background, his this, his that, because they are indoctrinating in believing this whole Christianity shit is the right religion and that the whole world should be Christian, which is bullshit. Imagine being a full-fledged honorable Christian who believes in Jesus Christ, who believes in the words of the Bible, and then having their religion made a mockery. Because there are people who fully believe in the word of God in that way, in Christianity, who believe in the Trinity, people who are Catholic. I mean, come on. And now their religion has been taken out of context because of people like this child who has a concern about Vivek running for governor and where he stands on religion. Once upon a time, when I first started working in the 80s, right, I was a teenager, they were very strict about politics, conversations of politics and religion. It was not allowed in the workplace. Did people have discussions about politics? I'm sure that they did. However, it wasn't the exterior politics other than the work politics that took over conversations within the workplace. It wasn't religion that took over conversations in the workplace. You did not see paraphernalia of Bibles or crosses hung on walls in workplaces. Now, I'm sure they're doing this now because people don't care. In my last job before I moved out here, I was working in an office downtown in New York City. And there was a woman who was my manager. I remember walking into her office and she had a large Bible sitting on her credenza. So it was like the minute you walked in, you saw the Bible sitting there. I found it very strange. Why would you have that there? Like, why was this on display? It's insulting for people. Let's say if there was a Muslim person there. I mean, I don't know how Muslim people feel about the Bible. Why do you have an open Bible on your credenza? You shouldn't have any of that shit there. And I just don't understand how we got to this place of thinking that religion and white supremacy supersedes everything, and it's all in the open. I'm not saying that this is something that just happened overnight, and I'm certainly not saying that this happened as a result of Trump. Yes, he is the epitome of everything that's going on now because of the things that he continues to say and continues the misinformation. I mean, the other night he was tweeting about what happened on January 6th on his Truth Social, thinking that it was Biden's FBI. Hello, sir. You were president. Why would Biden have to do anything? These are signs of dementia. There was a woman that I spoke to on the phone a couple of months ago, and she was replaying an event in her head over and over, and she's telling me everything step by step of what happened. But in the middle of her talking, she was talking about other stuff. She was singing a Cardi B song, like, and she was just being vile and graphic on the phone. I never ever heard anybody with dementia like that. Like, I've seen videos of it, but sometimes you don't know what it is like until you have a one-on-one experience like I did on this call. And it was very disturbing. It was not only disturbing, but it was emotional for me where I couldn't even talk about it to anybody without crying. It's painful to know what happens to a person in that state of mind, because it's almost as if they are imprisoned with thoughts and then airing out those thoughts out of nowhere. What is scary in this case is that the person who is in jail in their mind is the president of the United States. That's scary. Let me know your thoughts. And with all that being said, this is Maribel Blues signing off. As always, remember, be good to yourself, be good to each other, and most importantly, take care of you. Bye, everybody.